In the dim twilight of Eddie Munson's trailer, YN paced restlessly, her heart pounding in her chest. Eddie was at Hawkins High, running his weekly Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and she couldn't shake the overwhelming anxiety that clawed at her. YN had always struggled with separation anxiety, but it had worsened significantly since she had started dating Eddie. His wild spirit and infectious enthusiasm drew her to him like a moth to a flame, and the thought of being without him filled her with an unbearable dread. As the minutes ticked by, YN's anxiety spiraled out of control. She couldn't sit still, couldn't focus on anything. Her thoughts raced, conjuring up worst-case scenarios. Eddie could get into a fight with some of the bullies at school. He could get arrested for playing D&D. He could stumble across a demogorgon and never return. Panic started to rise within her. She had to do something. She couldn't just sit here and wait for disaster to strike. Grabbing her keys, Y/N rushed out of the trailer and headed towards Hawkins High. As she approached the school, the sound of Eddie's booming laughter echoed from the library. Relief washed over YN as she realized he was safe and sound. But before she could step inside, fear gnawed at her again. What if he saw her and got angry? What if he thought she was too needy or clingy? She hesitated for a moment, her stomach churning with uncertainty. But in the end, her anxiety proved too powerful. With trembling hands, Y/N pushed open the library door and stepped inside. The room was abuzz with excitement as Eddie led his players through a thrilling encounter. YN watched from the doorway, her heart pounding erratically. Suddenly, Eddie's eyes met hers. A flicker of surprise crossed his face, then his smile widened into a mischievous grin. "Well, he said, his voice dripping with sarcasm. "Look who it is. The mighty Vecna has come to pay us a visit." YN's cheeks flushed as the other players turned to stare at her. She felt like an intruder, like she didn't belong in this realm of fantasy and adventure. "I just wanted to check on you," she stammered, her voice barely above a whisper. Eddie raised an eyebrow. "Check on me? I'm doing just fine, sweetheart. As you can see, I'm about to slay a dragon." "But what if you get hurt?" YN blurted out. "Or what if something happens to me while you're here?" Eddie's expression softened as he stepped towards her. "Hey, it's okay," he said, taking her hands in his. "I'm not going anywhere, and neither are you. We're together in this, remember?" He pulled her into a gentle hug, and as his warmth enveloped her, YN's anxiety slowly began to subside. She realized that Eddie understood her fears, even if he didn't experience them himself. "I love you," she whispered against his chest. "I love you too," Eddie replied, his voice filled with unwavering devotion. As the session ended, YN and Eddie walked out of the library hand in hand. The moon was just emerging from behind the clouds, casting a silver glow on their path. "Feeling better?" Eddie asked, gently squeezing her hand. "Much better," YN replied. "As long as I'm with you." Eddie leaned down and kissed her tenderly. "You'll always be with me," he promised. And in that moment, YN knew that she could face any fear, as long as Eddie was by her side. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate your time and support. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing to my channel. By subscribing, you'll be notified of new videos as they're released, and you'll help me continue to create more content that you'll love. I'm always working on new and exciting videos, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. I'm so grateful for your support, and I can't wait to see you in my next video.